Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. Is now officially 7 o'clock. Obviously I have to go take my Gram's car for her oil change. I obviously slept absolutely amazing, guys. That was much needed, honestly, as you guys can tell. So yes, it was from 9:38 until 6:28, which is absolutely insane. So anyhow, I just got one of my waters in, which is obviously, good for these kind of mornings. I already have one water. And then, obviously, I know they have a bathroom, so we'll be good there for that. And then, Graham said breakfast is on her this morning, so I'm going to go to breakfast and get some breakfast at McDonald's again. And then, yeah, we'll officially keep rolling with today. And, yeah, I can't really think of anything else as of now. So, yeah. Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys when I'll film myself in the dealership or something really quickly. Talk to you guys soon. Alright guys, it's now officially 7:40 and here I am now in the bathroom. Obviously known that nobody else is coming. So, yeah, I can do a little picture. Alright guys, so let's officially keep rolling. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. Is now officially 8:47. That was definitely really, really fun in there. Obviously they had on the 24/7 there's like now a 24/7 Price is Right channel, so that's cool. I did also briefly skim through Instagram for just probably about 10 minutes. And then also I looked in as well and saw it's actually 410 miles from Erie to Philadelphia, because I guess I can just spoil it for you guys. So yes, on Wednesday this weekend, or well, towards the end of the week, I'll be staying there again. So some corner to corner extravaganza after a city to city extravaganza. Boom! Right then and there, guys. That just happened. That literally just happened, guys. So yeah, I'm officially going to be going up to Erie. It looks really beautiful for Wednesday. I'm so excited to really get that good practice in up there. And then Thursday, is like a 40% chance of some thunderstorms for only a couple hours. And then guess what? It's back to sunshine. So yes, guys, we are very happy and excited to get our booties up to Erie. So yeah, it'll be really, really fun. So obviously I just got back and now tomorrow I pack again. So heck yeah, guys, this is definitely an amazing start to, in Pennsylvania's terms, the biggest month obviously is July, because then in August, sometimes you get lucky with some 90-degree days, but usually you start getting into like the low 80s, which can be nice. But August is hit or miss. Obviously, last Super Lush Life, we had the wettest August. I remember they were going to open floodgates, but they never did. And then last 50%. So last year we had the wettest, which actually, yeah, that's crazy thinking back now, because that's wild that there was a whole bunch of rain. And then as soon as my grandfather had went, he had died, obviously. He didn't went. Well, actually, you can use both words, because they went, their spirit is in their spiritual dwelling place. So they went. But in the earthly sense, based upon, like I said, yesterday, it's like, well, what happens so what happens when we die? The scientific definition is, we just go black, because science is based upon what you can see. And your heart is 0, and your brain scan shows all black, right? So that's where science gets the term, you just go black, right, comes from. But then again, well, what about the spiritual realm, right? So can science get into the spiritual realm? Well, yes, they actually can. And we saw that with NASA's video. Well, I mean, dark energy, it must exist. It's the best possible explanation, right? and stuff like that. So anyhow, guys, I'm not going to make this a 10-minute sit in the car and talk. I'm officially going to get going, but I thought that was crazy. I just realized that yeah, right before he had went, it was completely rainy, you know? And then it was completely sunny for like the first 3 weeks in September. Yeah, it was wild, you know, how the high pressure just like hovered right over Pennsylvania. It was crazy, guys. So anyhow, guys, a good spiritual sign, right? After the total solar eclipse signals it's time for a new start. And obviously, again, we saw with the progression, yes, indeedy, it is time for a new start. And it was time for a new start. And then, you know, you have the sunshine coming through, and it's like there's a massive, massive, massive time of positivity up ahead. And yeah, I would say so, guys, because obviously I had a lot of fun last year on the days that I decided to have a whole bunch of fun. And also I, again, made the smaller things my everything, such as like my running. So yeah, very, very, very good time here today, guys. And very happy and excited to go up to Erie, Pennsylvania. Alright, guys, let's get home here, though. Hey, everyone, your girl Liz here is now officially 10:27 with 5,500 steps. So, obviously, I did want to come on and share that on Wednesday, since you guys know, obviously, I'm going to Erie. So, what I'm going to do, actually, on Wednesday, is we're going to do a flashback to last year. Again, 50%, but, you know, so be it, right? So yes, it is, it's a step up too. Step up, because it's Super Lush Life, and we're doing that on our way, and we're saving money at the same time. Boom, right? So when we're cutting out an extra special trip, boom, right there. So on Wednesday, before I start heading up to Erie, I'm gonna take my computer. Obviously, I'll just take it with me then to Erie. You know, it'll be good, obviously, as well for battery and stuff, because obviously sometimes the phone can be low on battery and stuff. So I'll just watch YouTube on my computer, and then have my phone, like, I don't have to, like, be bound. There we go. Bound by the charger. So, yes, I can officially go ahead and take my computer, but what we're going to do is we're going to take my card, my SD cards, and then we're going to check the trail camera. So right then and there on the computer. So that'll be really, really fun to do. I'm very happy and excited to do that. Just want to come on and share that. I did just go check the mail, and we haven't gotten mail, so Mail Monday, right? But a different kind of Mail Monday. It's not like I found it somewhere, you know, way out in somebody's field, right? Like the first nomination for the Freakiest Friday of this year. So yeah, anyhow, I just want to come on and do those little updates here. I am going to get up to 7,000, and then I can spend from 11 to probably around lunchtime working on some YouTube and stuff here. So yeah, it's definitely been a really, really, really good morning, guys. I'm very happy and excited with the morning. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially, like I said, go ahead and get going, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. So it's now officially 12 o'clock. Obviously, Graham decided to make me some Hamburg barbecue. So I wanted to come on and actually share. I did a OnlyFans versus with their moms right there. It was definitely a very good video. But I did want to come on and share some really cool thoughts that I saw. So obviously, they're more worried about social embarrassment than they are about the person's safety. That kind of goes off what I had said with, sometimes they go to the extreme. Actually, the most recent one that I saw, obviously I shared this before on my page, but remember, it's like, oh my god, I looked at somebody's pants long enough to see, you know, what kind of seams they were, what kind of pants they were too, maybe I want them to, you know, and obviously, again, I was able to figure out with the olive green ones, by taking a couple seconds to look at them and look at the seams, look at the pockets, where are the pockets, right? So yes, it's like, oh my god, you know, people are gonna, now I'm a disgusting idiot, you know? It's like, no, you're not a disgusting idiot. Maybe they have help written on, right?
not everybody goes into a vet or other place of business and hands and slips somebody a note. Some people write it elsewhere, right? So maybe they, they don't want you to look because they're dressed casually, but that's also, again, why the sexualization of, oh, well, you want people to look, you're wearing skin tight leggings. Well, that's how they make the leggings, and that's why people focusing on that so much can also hinder, the embarrassment of that. And there's no reason to be embarrassed to look at you looked at somebody's pants right there. I just looked at these two real thin lines. Does that mean I'm lusting after myself, right? No, guys, it doesn't mean I'm lusting after myself, right? There's a big difference. So yes, I really liked that. So obviously, but also, like, for example, the negativity, kind of like Happy Gilmore, right? Towards the ending where he's, I haven't seen that movie in so long, but I remember there's that one part at the ending where he's like, oh, there's boobs, right? So it's like, yeah, you can, again, look and not be a disgusting idiot, though, too. But because of stuff like that, yes, the social embarrassment kind of does, increase. And then also, speaking of, it has made unhealthy realizations. Again, sometimes people don't realize that focusing on other negativity can also make, like it almost like falls through the cracks. For example, Thomas Rhett, right? Baby, the red dress brings him to his knees. Well, I mean, you're not supposed to be worshiping your wife, right? But again, Thomas Rhett doesn't do girly videos, right? With his, like, they don't have a page together, right? But you guys get the point, though. So it's like, it can make people think that anything is inappropriate or immature, right? Like I said, not everybody who says a red dress brings him to his knees and the black dress makes it hard to breathe, that doesn't mean that he's perverted about his wife. That's actually basic biology, which also gets me into the other thing that I wanted to share too. So obviously, as far as like, like masturbation, right? Yes. So, if you like scratch your skin enough of the time, right? Obviously, it'll turn red, right? You keep doing that. Well, you can also, some people, and actually, well, this is a fact with anybody, the same kind of could apply as far as, like, again, not everybody who, has the sound on or is engaging with the sound and screaming, let's go, just being really weird and gross. For example, if you just keep touching and touching and touching and eventually it'll just be like anything else in your body and it will reach its peak, right? Your arteries keep clogging and clogging and clogging and clogging. Eventually you have a heart attack, right? And then you add in basic biology, which again is Thomas Rhett, right? And marriage and sexual attraction, and boom, right? So that also can kind of exist too. I never shared that as far as, it's like, yeah, some people can actually just choose to do that. And not be, again, weird, right? So yeah, that was crazy. And then also as far as the, it creates, what was it again? I forget what the heck the prompt was called. It was, bad attitudes or something like that. Obviously, no, that did not happen with me, obviously. I would disagree because it didn't, and because the key word is can, right? So it can twist your mind. But if again, based upon what I said, and again, I'm not going to directly share if that's one of my reasons, right, for that. But yes, it can, but it didn't, right? So it's like, nope, this goes against my beliefs, I'm able to understand that, and then I also don't need to go to the extreme just because there was I was frozen realization. It's like, wait, this is like, oh my God, okay, no, I cannot be having this voice going on right now, absolutely not, okay? Even the realization alone, right? So it can, and, I've never met people in my life and got to know them long enough to see, but I'm sure it could probably be positive and negative. People who have had trauma and others who haven't. Because they had even said in there a fact, right, that if you are SA, right, it's usually sometimes you're more sexualized than, or hypersexual, and then, or you're the opposite side. So, yeah, I'm sure it could probably be both. And I had actually shared that same mindset with So Much Buff stuff Saturday. Yeah. So anyhow, guys, I'll officially go ahead and get my mail and check it again and go get my lunch around. I just want to come on and do that. Hey everyone, your girl Liz here. I'm just about to go get the mail and check it again. I did want to come on and also share. I actually seen this in a video, speaking of like basic biology, right? Scratching your skin long enough. Yes. So there was actually a video one time where, and again, this goes off that last prompt of how men are viewed differently, right? Well, actually, they're not viewed differently. But the women are definitely judged in so many different ways. But yes, it had said that and this girl actually essayed a guy. So the rules, they showed the other side of the coin, which doesn't usually happen. And yes, because she said, well, I mean, he was excited. Well, again, that's just basic human facts and biology, right? So you saying that he was okay and he consented because of that, that's actually not the case, right? And the same would happen for a guy doing it to a girl, right? So just because she's, happy, right? And has on a bikini and maybe you can see it through the bikini, it doesn't mean that it's okay, right? So, yeah. That's also another way that it hasn't, right? A group of people, and once a group of people turns into a massive group of people and they stay in that mindset and they're still able to have their own sex life, which everybody has one, and still be grounded in that, then it's not a negative, right? Like I said, oh my God, I just took my morning meds, so I'm gonna die. I just overdosed. No, taking meds as prescribed is meds as prescribed, period, right? Let's not be delusional, right? So yeah, it's a really, really cool, it can. But in majority standard, well, again, there would need to be I would have to really look at like big surveys that have been done to answer that question. And that's basically what they did. They answered from their own personal life experiences. But anyhow, guys, let's officially go now. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.